Hello there, today we've come out. It's been a while since I've been this out of breath. I'm totally unfit. But today we've come out to the beautiful Ogwen Valley. And what I've done, I've come up the little river, up the hill opposite to Tryfan. I'll turn you around and show you Tryfan. Let's just get the gimbal to follow. There it is, the beautiful Tryfan, right behind me. I'll tip the gimbal up a bit. Tryfan, right behind. Such a beautiful place this. There's a fantastic waterfall here, which you can probably hear. I've just got to go up the hill a little bit farther. I'm going to try and get a different little cascade than most people do. It'll be similar to everybody else's, but you know, it's going to be slightly different. Absolutely amazing. On the way back down, there is a wooden like steps going over a wall, and they look absolutely fantastic as well, with Glen Ogwen in the distance, which is what you can see down there behind over my shoulder. So yeah, join me in a second, a little bit farther up the hill. I've had to stop for a rest. I'm pretty crackered. I am totally unfit. So yeah, join me up the hill and get some photos. So my first shot, I am lining up this little bit of a waterfall. The gimbal's not tilting down. There's a little bit of a waterfall. I'll turn the camera around in a minute and show you. Just running down, we've got Tryfan in the distance. I'll show you Tryfan. Over there, just above my head. And Glen Ogwen as well. It looks a beautiful photograph. I've just done a couple of test shots. One at 3:2 ratio with aspect ratio, and another one's square, and I am preferring the square image. I think I did want to try and do some long exposure, but unfortunately the sun is literally just to my shoulder there, just to the right of you, left of you, one of them. If he goes behind the cloud goes obscures the sun, it's going to knack the exposure up. So I think I need probably at least 4 minutes to get a nice blurry sky. Should look pretty good. I might just put the 10 stopper on and take this shot, then put the 10 shot stopper on and get one just for the sky and just blend the two together. So I've got a nice blurry sky, and I might even keep the water fast. Normally I would slow it down and try and get detail, but I may actually keep this water fast to get a contrast between fast in the foreground and nice blurry in the sky. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. Normally, you know, you would slow down the water as well as the sky. So I'm quite fancying. Yeah, I mean, something different. I want something different. And I probably will use the square images as well. I'll shoot 3:2 and 1:1. Whichever I prefer, I will use on the video and on my photographs. But yeah, let me show you this little river and the scene, and I'll talk you through the back of the camera. So there's the legs on the tripod. The little river comes down, leads all the way down to Glen Ogwen. We then have Tryfan in the distance. Looks absolutely beautiful. The cloud is moving from right to left. Looks like it's maybe coming towards me slightly, but it's going right to left. So I think I'm going to chuck the 10 stopper on and let's see what we can catch here. I am only after a couple of photographs. So yeah, let's see what we can get. As you can see, little Rosie is out with us as well today. She's still in season, hence she's on the lead. He's having a great time in the water here. He's eating sheep poo and getting the face in this water. He's having a brilliant time. Absolutely loving it. He's unsure how deep it is. But yeah, she is having a great time. Anyway, back to 10-stop filter. Well, I am struggling with a bright sun. There's a lot of cloud over Snowdon behind Tryfan, and as the cloud is coming across the mountain and coming off Snowdon, it's just dissipating, and we am just baked in blue sky and sunshine. Every now and then a little tiny cloud will come over, but it's not enough really. So I'm struggling to get a good exposure, so I'm going to drop on now a 3-stop as well to try and get me down to closer to 4 minutes, and try to get a better sky that way. It's proving to be quite difficult. Everything is lit up so brightly with the sun. Yeah, I'm finding it hard. So I'm going to try a 3-stopper on as well as the 10, and hopefully that extra couple of stops of light missing will give me 4 minutes, and should I get a nice dark sky, even if I underexpose it a bit, just to blend into a normal exposure or a slightly slow exposure for the water. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to get like the water at about a second. It is moving quite fast, so I think a second would be good, just to blur that a little bit to match the sky. So yeah, time to get the 3-stopper out and throw that on as well. You know, I do like this as a square image. I like the 3x2 because you've got that a little bit wider each side. So I just think as a square shot with just Tryfan and just the edge of the lock of the lake, the other side, I think it just narrows everything down to Tryfan, the waterfall, and Ogwen. The waterfall is a lovely leading line down towards the lock, I keep saying lock, the lake, and the mountain in front of me, Tryfan. It does look absolutely beautiful. I could sit here for hours. I have had a little sit with Rosie. Rosie's playing in the water. I've got a little video, just took a little bit of video of it playing in the water. I'll drop that on in a second for you. She's having a great time. She's picking little rocks up out of the bottom of the stream and just throwing them. The dog's cooking. She's having such a good time here. She's loving it, absolutely loving it. I'm going to work my way down a little bit. I'll drop this image on for you now to have a look at. I'll drop on as a 3x2 and as a square. And drop me a comment and let me know your thoughts, which you prefer. For me, I think hands down it's the square. Look at the back of the camera, it's the square shot. So, yeah, I do love these kind of scenes. As you know, I'm not a fan of long exposure, but I just think with the cloud the way it is, there's not much detail in the sky, so I'm thinking add a bit of detail with a long exposure and just put that bit of drama in the sky as well. Where the sun is, it is just blown out really, so hopefully I can recover that. I have took some really long exposures and got the foreground is dark, really dark, but I've got a beautiful sky. I may have to lighten that up in Photoshop and see if I can add it in. Should blend quite easily. I've took the waterfall between an 1/8 and a 15th of a second, so we should get a little bit of motion on that to match the sky. I've decided to get a bit of motion. Before I just set off, I will now just get a quick shot with all the bubbles and the white water, just so I've got it in case I decide to use it. So yeah, join me a little bit lower down. I'm going to try and find another composition on the river a bit lower, and there's a beautiful style that you climb over. I want to try and catch this as well if I can with Tryfan in the background. That's a beautiful shot. So yeah, we have some visitors behind. So yeah, join me in a bit, a little bit further down. So I've just come down now to the stile. I have actually just took the photo. Rosie was sat between these two boulders just there, who were sat behind, between the two, posing lovely, just looking at the sheep over the wall. I'll try and turn you around a bit. There's a beautiful wooden stile here. Don't know if you can pick it up. It looks absolutely fantastic, it does. I thought Rosie might struggle with it, but she's gone up and down the other side. There's a big drop, it's quite a tall ladder. But she has coped quite well with it, and coming back, a lot easier than when we came up here and went up the hill. But absolutely beautiful. I've done here now. I'm going to walk down now and try and get Rosie in the river, because she's absolutely black. She's been digging up all the mud, and it's all soft because of the rain we've had like the last sort of 24 hours up here. So yeah, join me in a minute on the way down. I'll talk to you on the way down, and I'm going to try and get Rosie in the river down towards the car if I can. Hopefully I can, just to wash some of the dirt off. Beautiful day though. Absolutely had a fantastic time up here. It's just beautiful, stunning. I've enjoyed the long exposure photography. I enjoy landscape photography, as you know. It is my thing, landscape photography. You've got to remember, some images are epic, other images, if you go to normal places and just take what's there on that day, you'll just get probably average photos. If you can plan it at the right time of day and the right time of year, then you get the epic photos. It is good to get out and find your spots and then plan for the time of year that you think would be great there, and then come back. So yeah, I mean, this is always fantastic in autumn because all the bracken and everything turns orange, the trees down here turn orange. It is just beautiful. Anyway, I'm gonna have a walk down, catch my wife up with Rosie, and let's see if we can get her in the river. So almost caught up with the wife. Yeah, do love that ladder. It looks absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. I've got a feeling that the cable on the adapter for the Osmo has just come out while I was doing my last little bit of vlogging up there, so there may not be any sound on the last clip, which I probably won't put on, but I have just took the ladder style and Rosie posing, looking out into the view, watching the sheep. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. It is such a stunning place, this. You must come up to Ogwen Valley, and there are shots to be had everywhere, absolutely everywhere. You cannot fail up here. It is just stunning. Well, I've made it back down to the car. I want to get the jet boil out now and do me a nice hot chocolate. Just wait for the cars to go past. I haven't drunk enough this morning on the way up here, and going up the hill, I actually absolutely felt it. Just had a little bit of dehydration. It wipes you out when you're going uphill, especially if it's sunny. And I did feel it this morning going up there. So I'm going to fill up now. I've got a can of pop. I'm going to do me a hot chocolate as well. And I'm going to have a bag of crisps and just chill for half an hour before I head back. I'm going to pop into my daughter's on the way. I've got to pass there, so I might as well pop in and say hello and get a cup of tea there. Have a little play with the grandson. Check out all the links below in the description. There's links to everything down there, all the resources that I use. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. We can do it all again next week on the next adventure somewhere with Rosie. I'll drop the photos on now for you. Keep taking photos, keep enjoying your photography, and until next time, take it easy. Look at this motorbike blasting down here. Go on. You gotta love the sound of a loud pipe. Take it easy and I'll catch you soon. Here's the photos.